Hey YouTube, Shinobi here with a review of the Kamen Rider Wizard PlaMonster 01 Red Garuda. So this is the first of the PlaMonster series. Each of the PlaMonsters is based around plastic model kits, hence the PlaMonster. It's plastic. Playmo, which is popular with the Gundam franchise and stuff, is plastic model. So PlaMonster is plastic monster. Play off of Playmo. Very cool. So you've got the basically the tray back there, which is designed after the sprues, the runners that the model kit pieces are on. So that's pretty neat. It does come with the Garuda Ring to summon him. You can see Garuda right there. Then up here you've got 01 Red Garuda with PlaMonster series up there. So very cool overall. It's a very tall box. Instead of being fairly long, it's very tall. You've got all these lightning connectors going on and stuff. Back here it shows Unicorn and Kraken, the second and third releases that will be coming out, as well as some of the other toys in the line. So here is the tray that Garuda sits on. I'm going to try to balance it up against the wall here. There we go. So there is the tray that it sits on. Like as you can see, it does look a lot like the model kit sprues, which I think is a very cool touch. However, you don't pop them out, you pull them off instead. So you do get this like flat tray looking thing back here. You do got Wizards like the Engage logo right here and right there, which I think is cool. For those of you that can get easily confused or don't know shapes, they have the outline of the pieces all through here. So like as you can see, if I pop this piece off, you can see the outline of the wing shape right there. It's a little bit easier to tell with the leg. So basically just fit the pieces where they go in terms of shape. If that isn't enough, they have shapes here with a star, a squiggly line, an X, triangle, a circle, a square, two lines, and a moon. So if you get very confused, each of these has a shape on it. So you can see the star right there to show that it goes in the star segment of the sprue. So you won't get lost or confused. They got you covered in so many different ways that you should be able to do this. No problemo. So yeah, very cool. So we'll go ahead and summon him with the ability of the Garuda Ring. So here is the Garuda Ring. It's a nice deep red color. It almost looks black in lighting that isn't direct. Let's go ahead and get some lighting over here. Very cool overall. You can see the shape of the bird right there. It does have the small 15mm ring diameter clip on it. So go ahead and take that off and replace it with the larger one. One thing I do want to point out is that the area for the ring to sit in when you build him is compatible with the larger ring sizes. It does fit the 20mm ring size. It's a tighter fit, of course, but it does fit it just fine. So you can use any sort of the ring pieces. So we'll go ahead and bring in our WizardDriver for our good old summoning technique. Go ahead and turn it on. So you get a summoning noise, the sound of all the pieces clicking together, and then a Garuda little screechy noise. And there is an LED in there that you may or may not have seen, but there is one in there. So yeah, very cool. So go ahead and move this out of the way and build our PlaMonster. So of course you want to start with the body pieces, so pull those off. They connect just like this. You'll notice these connectors will probably look familiar from the Mugenbine series or the Joint Gattai series. They are those style of joints. You might be able to cross-compatibilize, that's not a word, but some of the pieces, but for now just stick with these. Those pop in right there to make the legs. This is a tail. It will pop in right down there. Make the tail. The wings will go right here and right there. Make the wings. Then finally we have the head right here. And move the sprue over, and we have the Garuda in its little monster form, looking absolutely adorable. So to give him our mana, or mana, depending on how you want to say it, take the ring, plug it in there. Like I said, the 20mm one is a little bit tighter of a fit, but holds in there very, very well. And here we have the Garuda PlaMonster. He is a little bit back heavy at times. You can lean him forward if you want to. Of course, then he's staring at the ground and looks kind of funny. So we'll keep him like this. His action gimmick are these buttons on the back to make the wings pop up, which is actually difficult to... There we go, we'll do this. Whatcha? So his wings are now spread out and he can fly around and stuff. So that's all he's actually really do. They're very simplistic toys, much like some of the food droids. They just have very basic options, and the Candroids for that matter. Reminds me a lot of Taka in the fact that it's a bird, it's red, and its main gimmick is flipping its wings open. So very much like the Taka Candroid. I personally love them. They're not that tall, especially when you consider how big the box is compared to what you actually get, but you have to hold this giant tray thing, which is about the size of like a typical tablet. So you have to keep that in mind, that you are getting this big tray to complete the motif of the plastic model kits. So overall, I really do like the gimmick of the PlaMonsters. I think it's a really cool thing to do. Model kits are huge in Japan. So making little buddies modeled after model kits, I think is probably been a long time coming, and it doesn't really fit Wizards so much, but it works for what they do with it. So I have to give them props to actually make it work. Very cool little guy. I kind of wish his wings weren't all the way in the back there. I wish they were a little bit more forward. You can move these actually, so if you want, you can have him sort of sit like that. Raise them up a little bit. You can fold them up and swing them all the way around so he has like little arms. You can do that as well. So all sorts of little poses you can get this guy in. You can switch those around if those displease you. So all sorts of cool little things you can do with this guy. He does have mix and match capabilities with the other PlaMonsters. Because these are just kind of typical Mugenbine joints, you can actually use all these different pieces together. So you can get the unicorn and make some sort of like Pegasus thing, which is kind of neat. I'm not sure if that's going to be used in the show. I kind of hope it is. But you got that going for it, so you can make like a Pegasus PlaMonster and stuff. You could attach different heads to the upcoming Cerberus one, maybe, stuff like that. Not all of the pieces are compatible with each other, like the leg joint. You can't fit the arm right here in it. So there are certain places where only certain things will plug in. So you do have to keep that in mind. It's not 100% cross-compatible, but Ben and I will make it to where you can actually make coherent things with the different pieces. Hopefully. So, very cool. If you like this, by all means pick it up. I'm sure they will be fairly cheap on the aftermarket. Food droids and Candroids were as well, so I don't think there'll be a problem getting any of these things later on in the aftermarket for a very reasonable price. And even at retail price, they're only about $25 or so, so that's a pretty good price for these. You do get a Wizard Ring that's fully painted. If you don't want to get the PlaMonsters and do want a Garuda Wizard Ring for some reason, they are available in Candy Toy and Gashapon variations. However, you have to remember that the bottom ring right here where I'm pointing, is not painted in the Candy Toy and Gashapon releases. So, that kind of sucks, but something you have to deal with by getting the cheaper non-DX versions. So pretty cool. I love the PlaMonsters. Looking forward to Unicorn coming out sometime this month. Should be getting him hopefully at the end of the month. Kraken comes out next month, and then We have Cerberus in December, Griffin in January, and I think Golem in March. So we got some pretty cool PlaMonsters coming our way, each one with a color and an animal, all sorts of awesome. So be sure to check out ShugenShinobi.com for all the latest updates on my reviews and hauls. And of course, check out RidersRangersandRebels.com, podcast bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. And of course, check out CSToysJapan.com for all your tokusatsu merchandise needs. So take care and have a great one. Bye.